Strolling in the park, watching winter turn to spring. Mmm, walking in the park, watching lovers do their thing. Oh, that's the time I feel like making love to you. Yeah, and that's the time I feel like making dreams come true. Oh, baby. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review Season 6, Episode 8 of Tyler Perry's soap opera comedy drama, The Oval. And tonight's episode is titled, what is the title of the episode? Look at my notes. In Due Time. Now, before I get into this review, y'all know what I gotta do. I got to call on my people. Gotta shout out my people that been holding me down in the comment section. I thank you. I do appreciate you, my lovely subscribers. So shout outs to Karima Khadijah, aka TGS Shy Girl. I'm probably messing up her name, but shout outs to Karima Khadijah. Shout outs to Mitchie Music. Mitchie Music said I could sing. I like that. They said I can sing. Thank you and welcome. Lamont Simpson, the R.C. Kroger, Kalendra Antonelli, Absolutely Fabulous by June. What a nice title. Crystal Lett, Smooth Attraction, Failed Foster Dog Mom, Richard Manley, June BLC, P. Bronson, Angry Smurf, I like that name, Miss Lavender, LaRonda Jackson, Dimples Carter, Thomas Grant, and your boy Coy. What's up? And shout outs to all of you. I do appreciate you for holding me down. And now let's get down to this review of The Oval, because I done wasted 2 minutes singing and doing all this other stuff. Let's get down to the root, because that's what you came here for. So, where we at? We pick up where we left off last week, where we saw Simone trying to speed up Victoria's transition to get her to meet her maker. She was really trying to take Victoria to the king. And, well, Victoria probably ain't going to go see the king. She going to hell because that's the evil woman. But anyway, it picks up where we left off. Bobby comes in there and he's asking her questions. No, comes in there and Simone is asking him questions like, what happened to Shaggy? Talking about her husband. What happened to Shaggy? And he's like, I can't tell you what happened to Shaggy. I can't tell you. And she's like, you still ain't going to tell me? We in here alone. You still ain't going to tell me? Because I guess she feel like, look, I've been letting you smash and now you can't tell me? You holding it from me? I thought we was like this. What's that? What are you doing? So he doesn't tell her. And then he notices, he's like, wait, Victoria's pressure is a little bit low, because what's name took that syringe and she tried to checkmate B. She trying to get rid of Victoria. He said, what did you do? What's wrong with you? What did you do? And Simone is playing off, I ain't did nothing. He said, listen, you will go to jail. You will go to jail. And I'm like, how did he know this? So now I'm calling him, I used to call him Muscle Man Bobby. Now I'm calling him Dr. Bobby, because Dr. Bobby got over there. He did his, I'll have to take care of this. Luckily, I know it. He said, what do you use? She said, I used the red one. He said, luckily, I know what I'm doing. And I said, well, since when was he Quincy MD? Where did he get... when did Bobby know how to do all this? But then my friend, we were talking about the episode of my friend June, shout outs to her. She said that there was a last season or whatever season, Bobby was out there in the woods and he nursed Max back to health. So I said, okay, so I guess, because I was like, well, since when he was a doctor, since when he know what to do like that? Well, excuse me, but I guess he does. All right, moving right along, let's move on down to Lily and Alan. Now, Lily, we seen her drinking cooking wine last week. Now she's in here with Alan. Alan's trying to get her to go to the Oval with Donald. She's like, I'm not going, leave me alone, I'm going home, this, that, and the third. And she says, boy, do you do everything he tell you to do? She's like, then she started like, you know he like you. He really wants you. This, that, and the third. Then she did something that was really crazy to me. She leaned back and kicked that leg up on. I said, what is going on here? Lily was ready to smash. And I'm saying to myself, there's so much going on in this White House. Now, she's fine, though. She is fine. But there's so much going on in this White House. And this is what we doing? Trying to smash right now with all this chaos going on. But I guess, I don't know. So Alan doesn't do it. And she's like, but when she leaned back, she said, you want to do it right here on this table? She noticed, she looked at his downstairs and she said, oh, you do want me. But then nothing happened. And she went into saying how Donald's not a good person. And Alan kind of agreed. She said, so you trapped too, huh? And he was like, ma'am, I'm just doing my job. Just come back with me to the Oval. And she said, no, you tell him I'm going home and he can go to hell. All right now, Lily, you know what happened to you the last time you disobeyed your husband. You know how crazy he is. Don't be tied up and abused again. Listen, you need to go run away with that other dude. You need to do something because I'm just saying, you know how Donald is. I don't know if that was a smart move. I really don't know. But let's move on down to Priscilla and Hunter. Priscilla goes to see Hunter. And Hunter's back. He's not in the Oval anymore. Now he's back upstairs or wherever the hell in the White House. He's not in that office, and he's there with crazy Jason, and Jason didn't want to leave when Priscilla was there, and he's like, no, I don't want to leave, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on with this? And then he finally leaves, and then they're having this conversation, Priscilla and Hunter, and she's trying to say, what's going on, such and such? And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. He's denying the whole hanging, which I still wasn't feeling that whole hanging thing. He's denying that. I don't know what you're talking about. But he said, no, but I could tell you more. And he said, oh, you just fishing. So they're having this conversation. Long story short, she tells him she has proof. She has some video. I don't believe her. But she says she has video of Eli, a.k.a. Shaggy, and Victoria having sex. And he's like, I need that video. I need that video. So now this is part of his plan. He needs this video. And I'm like, well, didn't you have some other plan? But now he needs this video. And that's what he's saying. Can you get me that video? And he says, I could tell you more about what's going on. Just go to the kitchen. You can make me a sandwich. And he tried to get her to make Crazy Jason a sandwich. But then it was a miracle. He stood up. And she was like, you can stand. He said, yeah, because let me tell you, that hoe was poisoning me. It was making where I couldn't get up because of her. And and she was like, I knew something was going on. So that was that situation. So then we go down to Richard. So I said, are they going to go down to the same kitchen where Richard is? And at the moment I said that, they showed Richard. And Richard gets a phone call. It's his wife. Lord have mercy, Miss Nancy. But she ain't all God-fearing and Lord have mercy and no more. She ain't acting like Esther Rolling Good Times. Oh, good Lord. She ain't doing that no more. Now she's all nasty and mean. And she's like, did you get the video? Well, you need to watch the video. So she tells him to watch the video. Then she says to him, and the mortgage better be paid every month because I will go to the police and this, that, and the third. And then Richard was saying his stuff too. He's like, I don't care. Do what you got to do. I don't care. But then he said something to her like, is this who you've always been? And she went to this. Then she got into her, I don't want to. I'm just different now. And I swear on Pinky, what's his name? Picky and Barry. This lady's trash. I swear on Pinky and Barry, you better have that mortgage paid and this and that. So now she's just evil because she's supposed to be so hurt. But all of this was her fault anyway. But now she's supposed to be so hurt. But then Richard did this whole thing with this ain't you and shoulder good. And I wasn't feeling that. I was like, what is that about? Screw this lady. So she told him, you better have this mortgage. He said, whatever, I don't really care. And hung up from her. I don't know. First of all, you took all the money, you spent all the money, and you tell him the mortgage better be paid. Ma'am, you spent the mortgage money. You blew the life savings. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So then, as that's happening, Sharon overhears the conversation, and Sharon comes down there. Miss Nancy, is everything all right? Was that your husband you talking to? Miss Nancy was real nasty towards her. Told her, mind your business. Shouldn't you be grieving Barry anyway? Don't worry about what's going on and who you think it was. And it's everything. Of course, everything ain't all right. Did it sound like it was all right? She was being real nasty, but Sharon, you was asking stupid questions. You hear her yelling and talking. They're going to say if everything. I hate when people do that. You know everything ain't all right. You see my face frowned up and I'm cussing up a storm. How's everything all right? Well, not me cussing up a storm because I don't curse. But you know what I'm saying. I don't get down like that. But you know what I mean. Well, let's focus. Let's get back on the topics. Let's get back on topic. But I didn't like that. And I wanted to smack Miss Nancy through the TV. I really didn't like that. That was getting on my nerves. And then we had a conversation between Alonzo and Max, which was weird with these little code words they was giving each other, sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. And they were mentioning something about things that Alonzo overheard and some information I got to tell you outside, blah, 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 blah. I really didn't care for all of that. And then here comes Priscilla again, interrupting that, and she's talking to Max. And when she's talking to Max, no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Sam came in first, and then Sam and Max was talking, and then Priscilla came in. And when Priscilla came in, she still got this attitude with Sam, and she wanted Sam to leave. And then this didn't make sense. Y'all help me figure this out. So she has Sam leave, but then she tells Max, I need you to somehow get Sam and Crazy Jason to communicate, but don't tell Sam that I need that to happen, because she's still mad with him. And I was like, why you just couldn't tell her? Why are we making everything so But that was that. I was like, that, okay. Then we got Goofy Dale. Sharon goes over to him, and Goofy Dale is telling Sharon, oh, Sharon. Sharon was like, look, Miss Nancy's bugging out. She acted stupid. I don't know what she was rude. What's wrong with her? And she's like, she bought you that car. She said, you know you got to take that car back. Dale was like, I ain't got to take the car back. I'm here for her needs. Listen, I could drive her where she needs, because he said she's hurting. He said, I could take her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Dale, what are you doing? But then, he's a homeless bum, so he's taking what he can get, right? He's a freeloader. So, So then he says to her, he just spills it all. He tells us, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Miss Nancy done banged Richard's daddy. And he said, and Sam caught him. And she was like, what? He said, yeah. She said, what? And he said, and then on top of that, it gets better. Then Richard came in and saw it too, and Richard stabbed his own daddy. He was like, and she said, oh my God, is he all right? He said, no, he dead. Dead. That was funny. That scene was kind of funny. And then you have this whole thing with Sharon saying this whole thing where she thinks that Kareem is the one who killed Bobby. And I'm like, didn't Miss Nancy tell you that the Rakadushi said they killed Bobby? I mean, not Bobby, Barry. Didn't the Rakadushis tell you that? So why are you over here? I'm confused. Miss Nancy just told you, no, it wasn't Kareem, it was the Rakadushis. And now you still thinking it's Kareem and all that. But anyway, she told Dale, why are you telling me this? I don't need to know this. He said, listen, I can't be having this on my mind and on my head. I had to share this knowledge with you. So yeah, I'm telling you. Richard killed his daddy. I said, okay. And she said, and the police don't know. I said, this is madness. This is craziness. Then we had this father-son bonding between Crazy Jason and Hunter, and he's telling him how awesome it was what he did, this whole hanging thing, and that's what we learned that this was just part of the plan. And Hunter, you just do the hanging just a certain way so it don't really take him fully out. I thought all that was ridiculous. And then Isaac came in there, and again, Hunter's like, I got a plan, son. I need you to leave this and that. And and then Crazy Jason was like, oh, I don't want to leave. He's lonely in that room and this and that. He's trying to bond with his daddy. And he's like, look, you got to go. So now Isaac has a conversation with Hunter. And this was funny because remember we was talking about what's in those tunnels? It's some freaky stuff in that tunnel because Jason's a crazy freak. And then Hunter was talking to Isaac. Isaac said, yo, your son, he likes death. He loves death. But he like a lot of porn and he like whacking off. And so he said, in those tunnels, it was some section that had a lot of freakiness. Y'all should have showed us that because I wanted to see what was in those tunnels, but they ain't showed it. It wasn't in the budget to show the tunnels. We ain't had time, I guess. I don't know. We still ain't get Barry's funeral either, so I'm waiting for that. So Isaac says, yeah, it was a lot of creepy stuff. Basically, your son's a little weirdo and a creep. And then Hunter was telling about whatever his plan. He got this plan, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay. And then we go back to the infirmary with Eli and the doctors are there, the nurses, and they're talking to Simone, and Simone doesn't want to leave. And at first I'm like, what is this procedure they're going to do that Simone can't be here? Simone said, I'm telling you I'm not going. So she didn't go. So they wake Shaggy up. He's doing all this coughing, and he's like, what's going on? And he tells his wife that it was Hunter that did what he did to them. So now Simone knows, and now I guess they're just back in love, whatever. When he wakes up and sees Bobby's there, he's like, oh no, get Sam, get him out of here. I don't want him in here. Now when they wake up, the Wicked Witch of the West, Victoria, she gets up and she's cussing, calling people out their name. What is this I got? What is this I got on? What is this? It's called a hospital gown. I wear designer. Stupid, evil stuff. And like, what's her name was saying, look at the devil when she wakes. Is this woman just 24 hours, evil 24 hours? Just evil and nasty. And she's pulling, get this stuff out of me. And she just stormed off. And then we see Eli saying he had to get up and do. I was like, oh God, this is ridiculous. And then we go back to Kyle and Alan, because now Dale and call Alan is saying, well, he got to tell him, Dale, you're being annoying. The man told you stop calling him. Use your brain. Stop calling him at the White House and you know that Kyle is listening. What the hell is wrong with you? Go drive your new car and leave me the hell alone. Leave him alone. But he's still bothering Alan. And then Kyle comes in and was like, what's going on? And he's back all jealous and making all these threats or whatever. Then Kyle goes to Donald to tell Donald, and they're in the Oval, and they're saying all this stuff, and then one thing leads to another. He's telling him, oh, you jealous? And look, Lily was right. Donald does like Alan, because he said, I like him. That's why I'm keeping him here. Because Kyle was like, yo, what you keeping this dude? Why you keep protecting him? I like him. He said, you know he's straight. Yeah, but I like him. I said, this is crazy. This is madness. So then that turned him on, that what's name was getting jealous, and then they had this whole scene that was crazy, and you know, they're having sex and all this stuff. And I knew it. I said, watch Sam and Eli come in there, because Eli stormed out of the infirmary and Sam was helping him. And Simone, I said, watch them come in there. And lo and behold, as they're bang, 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 banging, in comes Eli, Sam, and Simone. And that's where the episode ended. So, what did you all think about that? I thought it was interesting. That thing at the end was like, I want us to get to the point already. Because y'all are kind of dragging this Hunter's up here and they're down there. Let's get the fight on. Okay? Let's fight on, please. That's all I'm gonna say. Anybody with me on that? I need them to get the fight on. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Check out my other videos. There's other videos coming up that I'm trying to do some more stuff. Keep me in prayer. I'll keep you in prayer. Let's all keep a positive mind. Let's try to stay positive, be happy. There's a lot going on in the world, but we got to keep our head up. We got to keep our minds right. God bless you all. I will see you all in